Chris.
Hey, Donovan. It's your first win here at MSG as a Cavalier. What's the feeling like after this one?
Honestly, it's just a good win. I really don't. To me, it's like I said yesterday, it doesn't really hold too much weight. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's in the past. Like, we lost. I'm kind of over it. I think everybody's kind of over it. Yeah, it's a big win. It's a gutsy win. How we won, I think, is the biggest thing for me, but not the fact that it was here. It's just like it's a good team win, and how we won is the biggest thing for me. And obviously people like to say, well, we got them back for the playoffs. It's a win. It's a win. We got bigger things to continue to worry about. So do they. It's in the past, and I'm just glad of how we did it as a group. We came together, and that's the biggest thing.
What about the defensive effort that you guys showed tonight? Like, what did that take?
Yeah, and that's what I mean when I say like how we did it. We did it as a collective. Obviously, when you losing two All-Stars, to come out here after last night, to come in here, to continue to put up a fight, continue to push through, fatigue and different things. George Niang battling, with Isaac, with Julius, Isaac, playing through foul trouble and whatnot. Like, there's so many different things you can look at. Karras, Max, Craig Porter coming in doing what he did, Dean Wade. Like, there's so many guys down the list that you can point to, and that's what it takes, for us to continue to be great. And these are the type of wins you want to have throughout the season.
Yes, Donovan, obviously, as you said, to do a win like this when you're missing two really important guys really kind of says something about your team. Karras was in here. He did say that he felt it was good to get the monkey off the back and win here. That's what he said. Do you feel that a little bit? It was just kind of good? I'm sure you had family here and stuff.
Yeah, but I've personally, I've played here and won here before, so but it's always you play a playoff opponent, you lose. There's always that type of hunger. There's always going to have that. But for me, I kind of got to a point where I've heard about it for so long. It's kind of like, all right, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's like I said, there's bigger things on our agenda, and like I think the thing for me is how we won. You know what I mean? But like I said, like Karras is right. It's definitely something that is quote unquote been dangled over your head, if you will. But for us to do it how we did it as a group, I think that we'll take that and continue to build upon it. We could definitely be better as well.
Joe.
Donovan, George better than any of us. At the beginning, it seemed like he was just trying to find his rhythm. What are you seeing in him now, and can you kind of expand on his game tonight? Yeah,
he's gutsy. He's always going to do whatever is necessary, and it's something that him, like, we talk about his three-point shooting, and that's going to continue to come. As for him, he's always been a guy that, I don't want to say start slow, but he continues to find his way. So I'm never worried about G as far as finding his spots. And once he has such a great basketball mind, he knows how to, manipulate the game defensively, offensively, pick his spots. But I have no doubt that, he was 1 of 3 tonight, but he did a lot of really positive things defensively. Grabbed 10 boards. It was a +7 out there for us. So, there's so many different things that he's continued talking to me, talking to Karras, talking to guys on the ball, ways that we can continue to improve. And, I think a lot of things right now that he's doing don't really go on the stat sheet, because he has that label as a three-point shooter, but I think there's a lot of things he's doing for us that don't necessarily show up on the stat sheet that go a long way. And then when the three-point shot starts to fall, it'll be well-rounded.
So it was a pretty close game most of the way. You guys took the lead early second half, a 9-point lead. They cut it to 7, and you kind of took over there. What was going through your mind when that kind of lead was evaporating?
Make a damn shot, to be honest with you. I work for the moments, like that, and, I was, what'd you say, 0 of 9, 0 of 8 with 3 turnovers, you can easily give in. I was a little tired or whatever, but, for me, my teammates count on me, when it matters most, and, sometimes you got to go out there and just find a way to win, and I think that's what I pride myself on, and I got to continue to be consistent with it, but I'm not necessarily proud of the whole game that I played. I came in and apologized to my teammates just because I felt like we were in such a tight spot because I didn't continue to be the player that I was in the first half, and I'll be better at that. But, when it's time, to give me the ball and do what I do, whether it's making a shot, finding an open man, doing whatever it takes, that's what I pride myself on.
I'm sure it was clear why the front office decided to get Max and get in the off season. But when you were doing scrimmaging with them before the season started, how quickly could you feel the sort of impact that they had, sort of the spacing and how it affected you?
It's just basically you have to make a decision. I think that's the biggest part of it. I think Max, the first game comes out, has 27, and then I was telling somebody that even just him having 27, just, I'm not expecting him to have 27 every night, but, just that threat of him being there opens the lane for myself, DG, Karras, Ev, different spots in the pick and roll. Guys want to help. It's kind of just basically pick your poison. Same thing with George. So that's the biggest thing, finding ways to continue to use them, whether it's through spacing, putting them in actions, keeping them in the corner. Sometimes it's myself standing in the high quadrant and allowing Max to get downhill, and Max is more than just a three-point shooter. I didn't realize that he had so much more to his game, and I think he's continuing to find his way and doing really a lot of positive things for us as well. So I think he's a guy that, I continuously look at and lean on. He's been to a finals twice and whatnot, and a conference finals. So, the front office did their job going out to get guys that continue to help us, and now it's on us to put it together.
What did you guys do to make life tough for Julius tonight?
Got to give a big credit to George's Nie. I think he took on that challenge from the jump. Dean Wade came in and did the same thing. But, Julius is a hell of a player, but for them to, make it tough on him, he got to the free throw line a lot last game. To have no free throws tonight, I think that's big on, their solid defense as a group and, just being able to step up when the challenge is needed. Obviously not having Jay out there to kind of, combat, obviously we have Mitchell, but also combat him. When you have George and Dean doing what they did, got to give them a lot of credit.
Chris, last one.
Donovan, you mentioned your offensive struggles in the second half.
Yeah.
What gives you the confidence in that moment to take that three still, despite the second half that you were having?
I know it goes unseen, but the amount of work that I put in, I kind of exhaust myself, and these are the moments that you do it for, you know what I'm saying? That's the ultimate belief. If I didn't take the shot, I'd probably be even more upset. Whether we won or not, I'd be more upset for me not taking that shot. It's the same shot I work on, the same shot I continue to put the reps in. And, some of the shots I took out of the 8 or 9 that I missed were bad shots, but some of them were good shots that I just missed, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm going to continue to take those shots, and hold myself accountable when they need to be better. But at the end of the day, kind of get into my spot, making the shot, and that's what I work on, and I trust the work.
And you guys have been a defense-first team for the last couple of years, and it hasn't been to that level in the first couple of games, not what you guys are used to. What is the feeling like to be able to still lean into that when you lose?
Yeah, you can credit a lot of that to Jared Allen not being on the floor. I think his presence, changes a lot, as well as Evan. He makes Evan's life easier as well, and Evan's been doing a phenomenal job holding it down in his absence. But, for us, like I said, you got, like, George and Dean have been phenomenal. Isaac is always going to be Isaac, but George and Dean on that end have been phenomenal and continuing to take that step. And you got to give a lot of credit to Craig Porter, too. Like, he's a guy the past 2 nights to come in. Obviously, he took some shots that, it can, some turnovers, some mistakes, but to come in and have the mental fortitude to keep trying to apply ball pressure, make it tough on guys. And, yeah, he gets called for different fouls and whatnot, but just having that as a rookie coming in as a two-way to be playing in this magnitude of a game both times, that just says a lot about the mental fortitude that a lot of us have, and we continue to preach, in our meetings and whatnot, and to come out here and do it, like I said, without Jared Allen back there, it's big time, but we got to continue to build upon it until Jay gets back.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.